name is Andrew Nickel from Hinterbrook Estate Winery, which isn't our family name, although it is my family's winery, and it's been the family farm since 1963. So this year is 51 years since my grandparents bought the property and moved the family on here. And we're going to do a bit of bud cutting to assess bud survivability and viability. And this isn't a particularly scientific approach because we're doing it on a small scale with a pretty small sample size. So the theory behind this is pretty straightforward. You can visually assess whether a bud is alive or not just by looking at it. And the structure of the bud is such that there's actually three small buds inside the larger bud structure. So there's a primary, a secondary, and a tertiary. Now, once the primary bud dies, the other ones might still survive, but there's a much lower chance that we'll actually get fruit off it. It might just be leaves and foliage, and we're not in the business of growing foliage. So in order to take a look, it's really as straightforward as it could be. I just use my Olfa knife. Other people use razor blades to look more scientific, I guess. I just grab my utility knife. So you just go ahead and you cut it open, and you want to try to slice through all three buds if you can, and I didn't quite get all three of them there. And then they're very small here, but maybe you can see here we have our primary bud structure right there, and there's our secondary bud structure. Our tertiary bud structure is so small you can barely see it. It helps to have some sort of magnification. And this bud is dead. This bud all three buds are damaged from the cold, and none of them are going to live. So that's a little bit too bad. Now, it's just a question of doing this more and more and more. Like I said earlier, the best way to do this is to get like a couple dozen people out, or a dozen people, and each have them cut a bunch of shoots, and have them cut all the buds on the shoots. And once you look at then many hundreds, if not a couple thousand buds, and you keep a tally, then you can ascertain more scientifically what your bud survival rate is at that time.